Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Whiskey, and welcome back to another episode of Cosmic Sky on the Cosmic Skyblock server. As always, IP can be found below down in the description, or if you don't want to go looking for it, it is cosmicsky.com. So, it's Friday, or technically Saturday for you guys, but it's Friday for me, so you know what that means. It means we have a new set of patch notes to go through. Very new, exciting set of patch notes. Like, honestly, I'm excited for this. There's some good stuff here, so let's just jump into it. So, in this set of patch notes, we have Adventure Elite Mobs, Adventure Bosses, New Enchants, the Lootbox King Size, Totem of Undying, Jackpots, Battle Royale Dual Wielding Pole, and Battle Royale Build Edits, as well as a 20% sale right now going on the Cosmic Store for Cosmic Sky. Now, if you're going to buy anything off the Cosmic Store, be sure to use that code WHISKEY at checkout. Even if you're not buying on Cosmic Sky, if you're buying anywhere across the Cosmic Universe, use code WHISKEY, or use one of the other supporter creator codes. Like, for example, this week, I am using code SHAR when I buy anything off the store. So, like, if I'm going to buy a new loot box right now, like, let's just take a look here. So, I'm coming over here. I got to pick up a loot box real quick. I'm going to go down to the loot box here. I'm going to enter in Whiskey Bravo 92. Click enter. Click on this nice king size crate loot box. We're not going to read through it just yet because we're going to go over that here in a moment. But I'm going to hit in that code SHAR and click apply. That way, I let SHAR know that she's putting good content out there. She's doing good work. I'm going to try to go through every week and use a different content creator's code. And this week, first week that I'm doing this, SHAR was the first one to respond, so she gets to be the person that I choose. So I'm not going to show this part on screen, but you guys get the gist. In checkout, all you have to do is go through, follow those steps. Really easy, really simple. Even a caveman could do it. Geico, please don't sue me for that line. But anyways, going on next to the next part of this update, or actually jumping into the first part of this update, is the Adventure Elite Mobs. So this is kind of cool. Like, you can see here on screen right now is a picture of an elite bandit standing on top of a chest. So the gist of this is that these guys are like reinforcements. The bandits have called in reinforcements to kind of help protect the loot. But the important things to know is elite mobs have a chance to spawn in place of one bandit, protecting a chest with high tier loot inside. The spawn chance is rare. They drop high tier loot and large amounts of XP when you kill them, regardless of your rank or skill unlocks. If you kill enough elite mobs, you will summon the adventure-specific Bob Moss. So that's kind of cool, and we'll get more detail into the Bob Moss here kind of in a second. But the elite mobs have their own special abilities depending on which adventure you're in. So in the Abandoned Ruins, they have knockback, a chance to knock the player that is currently targeted. In Lost Wasteland, they have the Bite. This infects the target player with a zombie virus. If they die before leaving the adventure, a legendary mob will spawn on their corpse, gives poison 2 for 2 minutes. And then in the Demonic Realm, it is Curse. Sets a player to HP to 1, 10 seconds after it procs on them. That is dangerous. Like, you could have that proc on you, 10 seconds later, you're at 1 HP, and then you get one shot. Like, that's something to be scared of in Adventure 3. As if Adventure 3 isn't scary enough as it is. Like, if you guys have not seen Adventure 3, I poked around in there one day, just kind of running around to see what it's like. It is scary. I'm not ready for it. Next on the updates, we have the Adventure Boss. It's not only elite mobs that have made their way to the adventure, but bosses are making their way there too. All 3 adventures are getting their own custom boss, with Abandoned Ruins having theirs added this week. So, Abandoned Ruins, boss will start spawning now this week, starting like earlier today, I guess. The other 2 bosses will actually be coming in later weeks, so we have to kind of wait for those. But what do we need to know about the bosses? Bosses spawn once every 4 hours, or when enough elite mobs of the adventure tier have been killed. Although no sooner than 2 hours. So it does look like there's a 2-hour cooldown on this. So like if it does spawn like for that 4-hour mark and then you go and you just slay some elite mobs, you're going to have to at least wait 2 hours. And a notification in global chat will appear 1 minute before a boss spawns and will provide coordinates where to find it. Hint, try mid. So They're probably going to be like in the center of the adventure area where it's a lot harder. These are hard, completely custom coded bosses that have their own set of abilities, which you'll have to learn the strategies for. If any boss gets pulled away from their spawn location, they will return and gain 10% health each time. So it's going to be really important when you're trying to battle these guys. You can't pull them out super far away, or you're just going to be giving them more health. Each boss has their own armor set, with a chance to drop a single piece each time it is killed. Each boss has its own custom enchant that is only available from killing the boss. The Bandit King is the Abandoned Ruins boss, and it is turned up, it is here, it is ready to fight right now. He has 3 special abilities which you're going to need to beat in order to be rewarded. So he has Call Reinforcements, spawns 3 to 5 high-tier bandits around him. His Bleed affects targeted players with a powerful damage over time. And Cleave damages all players in an AoE around him, dealing massive knockback and inflicting bleed. It does say here that he can be found near Castle in the middle of the adventure. So the custom boss only enchants. So each of these bandits have their own type of custom enchant, with the first one being Bleed. So this first boss, the Bandit King, has a chance to drop a stone gem with Bleed on it, anywhere from level 1 to level 6. So the chance, it's a chance to inflict enemy players with Bleed. It is a sword enchant. All right, next on our update list here, we have new enchantments that have been added. So we have Shockwave. It is a chess piece enchant. It's max level 5. It is an elite tier and has a chance to knock back your attacker. Next, we have Danger Close, a sword enchant, max level 5. It is elite tier. The closer you are to enemy monsters, the more damage you deal. However, if you are more than 2.5 blocks away, you will deal less damage than normal. And the final enchant for this week is Boss Slayer. It is an axe enchant, max level 3, and it is rare. Deals increased damage to elite and boss mobs. Alright, next on the list for this update is the new loot box. And I do have one of the loot boxes here. I have 2 technically, because I'm about to purchase another one. But not the point. We have our loot box here. And if we look at this loot box, it is the king-size loot box. It is a box filled with goodies, fit for both kings and queens. The loot in this is, the random loot is evasive walkers, skill token shards, demonic realm map, XP bottle, a diamond bow, some blaze mob spawners, triad of pain, 32 arrows of harming, a flight orb, diamond repair scrolls, piercing dagger, diamond armor enchantment books, and a beetroot farming recipe. The jackpot loot is a rank player 5, a royal loot bag, skull splitter, player skill tokens, ripped, farming recipe for netherwarts, and a totem of undying, as well as the bonus loot that you are guaranteed to get is the Herculean, Sky, and Space Drake. Now, let's take a moment here before we open this up to look at that last thing on the jackpot loot, Totem of Undying. Now, that is the next thing actually listed in the forum update for this week. So the Totem of Undying, I guess, kind of works just like it does in vanilla Minecraft for 1.12. I'm not entirely sure which update this was, but it is an item that you can get that when you are carrying it in your hotbar, any damage that would have killed you doesn't. It actually restores you to full health. It destroys the Totem of Undying. It uses it up, but it keeps you alive and restores you to full health. So this is kind of good for like when you're running adventures and you want to be a little more risky. You have one of these, you can go out, you can kind of be more risky, and then when you die, you were not really dead. So it's kind of cool, kind of nice. But it currently can only be attained from loot boxes this week. But the update post does say that I heard a word that adventure bosses might have gotten a hold of something. So right now, yeah, it's only in a loot box, but upcoming adventure bosses might drop them, when you kill them. So there's something to kind of keep in mind. So let's not waste any more time here. I'm ready to open this. I mean, Gundle messaged me earlier before I started recording this. He's like, dude, I got a totem of undying. It's not fair. I want one. So let's see if I can get one. Or, you know, some other stuff here. Like the Skull Splitter, I'm assuming that's like a multi-socket axe. Just, you know, a rank 5 could sell for a lot of money. Ripped, I have no clue what that is, and I'm curious. Piercing Dagger, probably some kind of sword. But, you know, let's stop just thinking about it. Let's just do it. So let's go ahead and open this up. Please do not rip me. Please do not rip me. I've been ripped so many times on these. I just want good stuff. Just want good stuff. And what do we have? So it's XP, some boots, and some arrows. So let's see what this boots are. So the Evasive Walkers, Prot 4, Feather Falling 4, Depth Strider 1, and Unbreaking 3 with Dodge 5 on it. Like, let's just look at this for a second. Let's look at my waterproof steel toe boots that I ended up having to buy off somebody. This is a huge upgrade to that. The only downside is this has Depth Strider 3 on it. This does not. This only has Depth Strider 1. But like also all these other protections, Prot 3 and all that stuff wasn't on it. So like this is definitely, and it's 3 socket with Dodge 5. I'm like, these are probably going to be my new boots. You're basically a ninja at this point is the text line for this. This is a win. I like that. I like that. You know, Dodge 5, can't beat it. Can't beat it. And we got some space drinks. So like, I hadn't gotten space drinks yet. I'm kind of curious. 50,000 XP too. Ooh, dang. Let's just slurp that up. As well as, you know, let's enjoy a space drink here. And so you swallow the space drink and suddenly the whole world goes dark. Hashtag blackout. You're feeling tipsy. Time to party. Drink up. Well, that's kind of nice. Like, you know, my name is Whiskey. It's telling me to drink up and have fun and party. So let's do that. So next on the update post, we have jackpots. Now, if you guys have been playing this week, you've probably already seen that jackpots were added middle of the week. So wagering your money against others in coin flip is something that you've all been loving. And so here's another way to satisfy that urge, the jackpot. Some of you guys might already be familiar with this, and some might not. So I'm going to go through the steps here real quick. So if we do just /jackpot, you see it pulls up and it tells you when the next winner is going to be announced. So an hour and 15 minutes from now is the next drawing. Currently, the jackpot value is 67 million with only 7,500 tickets sold. Now, if you want any help on this, you can always do /jackpot. If I can spell, help. And it does give you a list of commands here that you can do. So if you want to buy some tickets, you just do jackpot, buy, and then the X amount. So let's say I'm going to buy one ticket right now. So we're going to buy one. It is $10,000. I click confirm. I now have one ticket. And if I run the jackpot command again, it will actually show me right here, one ticket. I have 0.01% of winning, which is all you need. You only need one ticket, guys. There was somebody that won the other day. It was like a $4 billion jackpot or something. And he had less than 1% chance to win. Like, dude was lucky. A lot luckier than I am. But everybody knows that. I'm just unlucky. So the next section on the update post is Battle Royale Dual Wield Poll. So if you didn't see it on the forums the other day, they actually had a forum post and a poll asking everybody's insight and opinions on dual wielding. So if you don't know what dual wielding is, it's basically you can run around with two things and you get extra damage. But in Battle Royale, which is kind of supposed to be, you know, a fair and balanced playing field, because Battle Royale, everybody's supposed to start out with nothing, kind of stuff like that. People have found that is kind of unfair. People think it's kind of unfair for people with the skill tokens and everything, the pay to win. If it is pay to win, even though people can do it without pay to win, that's another argument that we're not going to get into. But they think it's unfair because they can run around and dual wield when most people cannot. Or that it is a perk for one of the outposts being able to dual wield in the Battle Royale. So if you haven't checked it out, be sure to go over to the forums, look at that, and kind of voice your opinions on what your thoughts are. And you have until Sunday to do that. I don't know the time on Sunday, but the question is, should it just be disabled? Should they disable all dual wielding in the Battle Royale? The next part of the update is Battle Royale build edits. So there had been some things going on with the current build of the Battle Royale. It was basically just a clean cut copy of the adventures. So people were able to kind of sneak behind in the final part and get trapped in buildings and just kind of hold out and wait until the end and just pot up as much as they can to survive the tick rate and just win it that way. So they have gone now and kind of changed up the new build, and there's a picture of it. I'm putting it on screen right now. You can see this. It is more of a like little open courtyard, dome-ish, not dome, but little courtyard for where the final circle takes you, where you're all kind of pushed towards. And this is just to kind of give it a nice little update, make it look prettier, but keep it to where people can't just sneak and hide behind a building or something like that. So that's the final thing there on that. But the last and final thing for this post and for this update is that 20% off sale. So with a king size week and updates worthy for kings and queens, we have a 20% off sale going on right now on the Cosmic Store. Link can be found below, where you can pick up ranks, skill tokens, loot box, whatever you want to get with 20% off. And as well, remember to use that code whiskey. You know, it helps show that you're supporting me or that you're appreciative of the content. If you don't want to use that code, that's perfectly fine. Just use somebody's code. It doesn't cost you extra. It doesn't add a discount or anything like that. It just allows Cosmic to know that you're appreciating us, and then they give us a little kickback from each of those code uses as a reward for promoting and all that kind of stuff. But guys, that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are not. Use code whiskey in the store, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.